Hi guys, welcome back to I'm Gizmo Geek. Many of you who have an Android car stereo, specifically the Bloppen Keyloggo 970, would already know how slow the navigation works with Google Maps or any other maps installed. It takes a lot of time to totally load the maps and start the navigation on the Keyloggo. Even after selecting the destination and pressing start, it doesn't start immediately. Takes another 1 minute more to load completely the map and its components. So overall it's a 2-minute process to start your navigation after the stereo is booted up. But even after that it's laggy and crashes sometimes, making it unreliable. So in this video I'll be showing a solution to this, which is the Android Auto from your phone. We connect the phone to the stereo and use the phone's processing power for navigation, music, and other hands-free operation, but all this will be displayed on your stereo's large screen instead of the phone. You can either lock the phone or use it for other purposes while the navigation on the stereo is running. The method can be used in both wired and wireless manner, but in this video I'll be showing only the wired method. We'll be posting the wireless method in the coming days, so stay tuned. Now let's quickly dive into the process. Now, the Keyloggo and many other Android car stereos do not come with inbuilt Android Auto feature. So we need to install an app from the Play Store on your stereo to achieve the Android Auto mode. Go to Play Store and search for Head Unit Reloaded. Do note that it's a paid app and costs around $5. That comes to around 370 rupees or so, but it's totally worth it as it makes your navigation worry free. It also has a trial version if you want to try, but it only works for 5 minutes. So if you want to check if your phone is compatible with it, you can try the trial version and then take the call to purchase the app. Now once you purchase and install the app, there's one step you need to complete before using it. You have to install any launcher app, be it Nova Launcher or any other car launcher. You don't have to make it a default launcher, but this is just to access the Android settings page, which is generally hidden. Select the settings from the app drawer of the Nova Launcher or any other launcher, and then disable Easy Connect app just like I'm doing it over here. This is to remove the conflict between Easy Connect app and the Head Unit Reloaded, as both work based on the connection from the phone. If you don't know what Easy Connect is, you can check my video in the card above. Now, you can open the Head Unit Reloaded app. This is how the settings interface looks like. Go to Graphics in Settings and choose the resolution as 1920 by 1080 as the Keyloggo has Full HD display. Keep the pixel density to 160 if you want a split screen kind of mode like this, where the maps will be on one side and the music or other apps will take some part of the screen. And if you want the whole screen to be filled with maps like this, then you keep the pixel density as 250. The day and night calculation method option is to shift to dark mode automatically during night time. Keep this as calculated sunrise sunset. Now in the audio settings, turn on the audio sync feature. Keeping this on will automatically send all the audio from the phone to the car speakers without having to connect the phone to the stereo via Bluetooth. All the navigation voice, music and message notification sounds will be played through the car speaker, except calls. Only for the calls, you have to connect the phone to stereo via Bluetooth. If not, the call audio will be played through the phone speaker. And now keep the speed sensitive volume control option off, because if it is turned on, the volume will increase and decrease automatically based on the speed you are driving. Higher speed will have higher volume and lower speed will have lower volume. This will lead to volume jumps and it's not good at all. Now in GPS, keep the GPS sharing turned on so that it can collect GPS data both from the phone's GPS and inbuilt GPS of the stereo for better accuracy. Now that's it. The setup for the wired Android Auto mode is done. All you have to do is connect the phone to the stereo via the USB port that the stereo has. I use this adapter instead of regular USB cable as it has both Type-C and micro USB ends, so that I can connect any of them based on the phone used. We'll leave a link to this cable in the description in case you are interested. Once you plug the cable in, the Android Auto interface automatically boots up on the stereo within 5 seconds with the map preloaded. This is how the Android Auto interface looks like. As I kept the pixel density as 160, I have the split screen mode with maps on one side and music player on the other. We can search for the destination from here and it starts immediately once you select. You can see how fast it is. There will not be any lag as it's running from your phone's processing power. You can even play music and you can see I have Spotify installed, so it's showing music from there. All the steering wheel controls also work with this. I can switch to Spotify on large area and maps on the smaller area by just tapping on it. Now, one advantage of the Android Auto mode is that you can see important messages and notifications you get on your phone while driving. Once you receive any message, just tap on the notification for the Google Assistant to read it out loud, and you can even reply to it hands-free.
Do you want to reply?
Yes, reply.
Okay, what's the message?
Thanks for the message.
I got, thanks for the message. Do you want to send it or change it?
Yes, send it.
Okay, it's sent.
Here's the message that I sent via Voice Assistant. Now this is the app drawer for the Android Auto mode. I have Spotify installed on my phone, but it also supports Wynk Music, Gaana, YouTube Music and Amazon Music if you have them installed on your phone. It also has a phone dialer with your contact list. There's calendar, reminders, some games, SMS, WhatsApp. You can even customize this from your phone of what apps it needs to show in the drawer. And finally, there's hands-free voice assistant that you either tap here to activate and give commands for call or message, or can also use OK Google voice command if your phone has the feature activated. Another major advantage of this Android Auto mode is that, let's say you stop your car for some break and turned off the stereo, you can easily resume back with the navigation by just connecting back the phone to the stereo once it is booted up. It's as simple as that. You can see that my previous navigation is still there along with the music playback. This is definitely pretty useful instead of having to start the navigation from scratch on the stereo. I've done multiple long drives and I've used this method for the whole navigation. It's very stable and never crashed or hanged. Been using from almost 3 months and now I can't go back to the sluggish inbuilt Google Maps on the stereo. If you're wondering that the phone gets heated up, it doesn't. Once you connect the phone is free to use for calls or any usage, and it can be even locked too. You don't have to keep the screen on for the navigation, nor it mirrors the screen. So there's no issue of heating at all. Now, I really hope that this video is useful for you guys, and you no more have to put up with the sluggish Google Maps on the Blob and Keyloggo or any Android stereo. The head unit reloaded is totally worth it for $5. The developer is also very responsive in case you come across any issue. So don't worry and buy the app from your stereo's Google account. Do let me know your views about the app and your experience after using it. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next video.